The fast-paced, instant feedback world that we find ourselves living in has created a new class of people. One that needs to have everything on their to-do list done by the end of the day. I have nothing against to-do lists. They help us stay on track and motivated to achieve our goals. But allow me to show you where most people go wrong, myself included. This is my to-do list from just a couple of weeks ago. It is massive. Even if I did complete all of the tasks on this list, do you think I'd be closer to my goal of financial and time independence? Or am I buying a one-way ticket to losing my mental health and an early grave? The ideas in the 4-Hour Workweek written by Tim Ferriss really do make you think. Although it's impossible to just pick a few points, here are 5 key takeaways from the 4-Hour Workweek that you can implement right away in your daily life. Let's get started, guys. Number 1. Doing something unimportant well does not make it important. When faced with a difficult task, it is man's vocation to make an easier task for himself, just so that he can get a feeling of accomplishment. So guys, today's word of the day is vocation. Please let me know what it means in the comment section. At some point in our lives, all of us have faced an important deadline. Maybe it's an exam coming up or a call that you have to make. Although you already know what you need to do, which is either picking up your phone and making that call or open your books and studying. When you have an important deadline, almost everything else in the world seems important. Your laundry, which has been sitting in a dirty pile over the last 2 weeks, suddenly needs to be washed, and your room suddenly seems so disorganized. It almost needs to be put in order. So you get started on all of these tasks, and even before you know it, the day's over and you go to sleep. Doing these unimportant tasks gave you a feeling of progress, but it also meant that the important work that needed to be done didn't happen. In the 4-Hour Workweek, Tim Ferriss gives us a simple suggestion. He says that instead of doing one unimportant task several times a week, we should decrease the frequency and get the work done in a fixed window. If this is checking your emails, it could only be between 12 and 12:15 in the afternoon. Or if it's your laundry, do it between 6 and 7 p.m. on Saturday evening. This method of getting your job completed is known as batching, and it is a great way to remain focused on your real goals in life. Remember, being busy all the time is actually a form of lazy thinking. Number 2. Absolute versus relative income. Money is a very emotional thing for humans. Since it's so emotional, it's hard to analyze money in an unbiased way. In the 4-Hour Workweek, Tim Ferriss talks about why it is important to analyze the money that we are working for and make a simple observation. Consider 2 people, Gauri and Gautam. Gautam works in a high-paying, high-intensity job in an investment management firm in Mumbai, which pays him an annual salary of 1 crore or 10 million rupees. Gauri, on the other hand, has a much lower paying job managing her business on YouTube. She earns around 25 lakhs or 2.5 million annually. Off the top of the bat, Gautam is the winner here. His annual salary is 4 times Gauri's. But we're missing out on a very important variable here. Time. Gautam has to work 85 hours a week and has to show up at his office every single day, whereas Gauri has to work just 15 hours a week managing her online business to ensure that it is running smoothly. Because her business allows her mobility, she is currently living in the beautiful hill stations of Chikmagalur. Now tell me, who is richer? On an absolute basis, it is still Gautam, but on a relative basis, Gauri's hourly wage is worth almost 50% more than Gautam's. In addition to this, Gauri barely has any expenses to deal with in her homestay, whereas Gautam needs to worry about transport to and from work, rent, groceries, paying the maid, eating out, and the list goes on. Apart from this, the hidden cost of working 85-hour work weeks could take a toll on Gautam's health. Why is he torturing himself to earn what he can't spend on time that he doesn't have? Most of us are living the deferred life plan, which means that instead of having the experiences that we want right now, we choose to work and accumulate more money than we need and spend the best years of our lives building someone else's business. Once you're finally ready to retire from a 45-year career, you might realize that you don't have the health or the energy to pursue your younger goals. Imagine spending a lifetime building towards an unclear goal somewhere in the future. Is that all that life is meant to be? Number 3. Remove yourself from being the bottleneck. How is it that someone like Gauri can earn 50% more than someone like Gautam on a relative basis? No, she is not selling drugs online. And yes, her business does pay taxes just like all other businesses. The secret to Gauri's success is that early on she realized what her time was worth and she left what she's not good at to the professionals. What do I mean by this? Every able-bodied person who is willing to work for money has a value attached to their time, that is, their hourly wage. Your hourly wage increases the more skilled and the more in demand your skills become. As a budding YouTube creator myself, I do what I do for free and I love it. Since you guys have stuck around with me to the halfway point, I'm sure that there is some value that you're able to get out of this video. If you guys agree with me, please like this video and subscribe to my channel Filter Coffee Finance. Now, back to the interesting stuff. Knowing what you're worth makes it easier for you to decide what jobs it is that you should be doing and what jobs you can let someone else do for you. A simple example of this could be cooking food on a daily basis. In most cities, a cook would probably charge 250 rupees an hour on the higher end to cook for you. Gauri, who places a higher value on her time, would be wasting her energy if she were to spend every day cooking for herself. Instead, she did the smart thing and created a job for someone else whose skill set is cooking. This simple handing over of work leaves her with more time which she can then deploy into her business and earn a higher hourly rate. This kind of thinking is important because you should value your time more than you value your money. Knowing your hourly rate is the first step in doing so. Number 4. The 80-20 rule. 80% of the results that you see in life will actually come from 20% of the work that you do. Most of us think that the more work that we do, the greater the results that we'll see. But unfortunately, this isn't the case. The 80-20 rule or the Pareto principle was first observed by the Italian sociologist Vilfredo Pareto when he noticed that 80% of the land in the Kingdom of Italy was owned by just 20% of the population. The Pareto principle isn't only related to land. It is a fact of life. 20% of a plant contains 80% of the fruit. 80% of a company's profits come from 20% of its customers. 20% of players in a basketball game result in 80% of the points scored. Sometimes these results can be even more skewed, and distributions like 90-10 and 95-5 are not unheard of. After figuring out what her hourly wage is, Gauri then began to study her business and look for the 20% of work that she was doing that was generating her 80% of her results. Once Gauri figured this out, she hired a team to handle the remaining 80% of work for her while she traveled to Chikmagalur to enjoy the coffee blossom season and the onset of the southwest monsoons. Number 5. Set short deadlines. Have you ever noticed that if you need to leave work early to get to a doctor's appointment, all the stuff that you would have typically needed the whole day to get done gets completed at 11 AM? Because you know that you need to be somewhere else, your efficiency picks up. The short deadline ensures that you don't get distracted by anything or anyone. This is known as Parkinson's law, i.e., work expands to fill the time allotted for its completion. How do we overcome this? If you plan on setting a deadline that you think should take 4 hours of work, get it done in 3 hours. Don't get distracted by people, emails, and meetings while you are busy completing this task. And keep asking yourself the question, am I working smart or am I just being busy? It is really important to stop running the rat race and assess if you're even sprinting in the right direction. Before we wrap up our video for this week, think about this. Productivity is overrated. What matters is the quality of your output, not necessarily the quantity of it. People may at first be impressed with the amount of work that you completed, but your impact always depends on the value that you create. Success isn't about getting more things done. It is about doing more worthwhile things well. Have you guys had any experiences where you felt a connection to what we talked about here? If you did, please mention it below in the comment section. Like this video and subscribe to our channel Filter Coffee Finance. It really helps us out and keeps me motivated to create more valuable content for you guys. Cheers guys, keep failing and keep learning. And until we meet again, this is Filter Coffee Finance signing off.